Now, those of you who are really taking notes and following along will realize that there's an extra bit in here. There's a little window that I haven't talked about yet. There is this window of time between the stressful event, the perception of threat. There's this little window of time between the stressful event and when you sleep. Because sleeping is when the encoding happens. Sleeping is when the lesson of the stressful event is reduced down, formed into an action plan, and then stored in whatever part of the brain that is. Do you see that? There's this window between the threat and the encoding. And if all of this is true, and I believe it is, then that means that we can take action in that window of time. What is the brain doing when it's doing this encoding of daily memories into the long-term habitual memory storage system? It is basically trying to reduce down to say, what are the big lessons that I learned today? And the big lesson that I learned today is that in that situation, when the door is slamming, there's an existential threat to my existence that might lead to the end of me, and I need to release all the stress response, all the physiological reactivity to that kind of threat. I need to do it quickly. That's the lesson that it is learning. If these theories are correct, then that means there's a window of time between the door slamming and the whole activation of the nervous system, but before I actually sleep, where we could actually give it different lessons. We can say, yeah, that one time the door slammed and it was this big scary thing. Because, why is the door slamming? The door is slamming because my partner's angry at me, or, my dad is furious, or whatever, right? Yeah, that one time the door slammed and it was horrifically scary and it was a big deal. But what I can also do is I can now bathe my nervous system in support, basically, I'm trying to bathe my nervous system in safety. That's the goal. So after the big scary thing, I need to do something